You know that Pharmaceuticals Export Promotion Council of India is established under foreign trade policy by Government of India, Minister of Commerce and Industry in 2004. So most of the being Hyderabad as its headquarters. So when Pharmaxil has started, the exports from India are very meager. Last year, almost we reached $16.89 billion. This year also, particularly 16-17, are also going to be more or less the same, but there will not be a significant growth due to so many reasons. The reasons are that in 15-16, there were blockbuster drugs like esomeprazole and ariprazole. They contributed a lot. Two of the Indian companies have got an exclusive marketing, and in that process, we got good money, and exports were almost $17 billion. Particularly in 16-17, the price erosion, and the second one is that there are no much blockbuster drugs are off patented during this financial year. If you analyze the volumes when we interacted with the member companies, there is no change in the volumes. Moreover, our major market is US. Our 35% of our exports are going to US, and 50% of our exports are going to highly regulated markets like North America, Europe and South Africa and all these places. So as you are aware of that, this is the 5th edition of IPHEX, International Exhibition on Pharma and Healthcare. We have our chairman IPHEX, Mr. Ramesh Babu. He is the managing director of SMS Pharma, and he is going to brief more about the IPHEX. But the objective of IPHEX is, you are all aware of that, to showcase the capabilities of Indian pharmaceutical industry to the global buyers and to the world, that India can cater to the needs of the entire world. As you are also aware of that, so many issues are also coming up, and during the question and answer time, I am ready to myself, and Mr. Ramesh Babu is also very a senior man, and he is a scientist basically, and he have a clear understanding about the Indian pharmaceutical industry and exports. Government is very keen to focus more on exports in the sense particularly to the emerging markets. The last in February, our joint secretary was there. At the time, it was a -9% negative growth, but subsequently in March, it was revived. So overall, you know, the more or less, the volumes are going high, but the value is coming down. The government is focusing on how to go it further. That is one issue we need to address. But the silver line is that 30% of the abbreviated new drug applications accepted by US FDA are from India. It clearly indicates that in the coming years, still we are going to be strong as far as generic drugs are concerned. Let us hope this IPHEX is going to give a new dimension, and before Ramesh Babu brief you about the IPHEX, we are focusing on two new elements particularly in this IPHEX. That is where we are organizing a regulators launch. In that particular regulators launch, the regulators from the different countries who are coming for this IPHEX will be there, and the companies can interact with them about the registrations and regulations of the respective countries. That is one aspect. The other aspect is that the Pharmaxil is focusing more on the strategies to develop to reduce the dependence on imports of APIs, key starting materials and intermediates. We are also providing one launch with the scientists from the national research laboratories like IICT and NCL and Institute of Chemical Technology, Bombay, to with manufacturers to develop their skills and to understand the chemistry. And these are the two new elements we are going to introduce. And I think now I leave it to the press, and also once the Ramesh Babu briefs about the IPHEX, we will go further. Thank you so much.